NFL free agency starts early this year for the Chicago Bears as they have signed free agent safety and former two-time All-Pro Kevin Byard to a 2-year contract. We're going to dive into the details of this move as the Bears replace Eddie Jackson before the start of free agency. You got to get fired up. Hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notifications. Wherever we are, we're going to be breaking down every single move that happens to the Chicago Bears, around the Chicago Bears, for the Chicago Bears throughout NFL free agency. We're going to be live tomorrow starting at 10 o'clock Central Time. I can't wait. Be there or be square. Hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 89,000 subscribers. All right. Kevin Byard. We talked about him visiting yesterday on the channel, and now the deal is official. Ian Rappaport had reported a couple of hours ago that he had a second visit lined up. You wonder if his agent leaked that to kind of send a message to the Bears like, hey, if you want to lock me in before the start of free agency, I got other options around the corner, and who knows, maybe that's what got Ryan Poles and the Bears to get this deal done. 2 years, $15 million as the base contract is what is being reported. I got Twitter pulled up just in case if any further details come in. There could be some extra incentives if he's a Pro Bowler or an All-Pro or something like that. But essentially, you're looking at $7.5 million per year. I'll be curious to see what the two details are. One, what are the guaranteed money? I would guess between $8 and $10 million, $8 and $12 million. Two, what is his cap hit for 2024, and then how easy can they get out of this deal for 2025 if for whatever reason they choose to go that route. Those are details that we want to bring to you, and as soon as we see something, we will have you covered on that. Follow me on social media for more details on that as well, at HGramNFL. But I really just wanted to react to the news here because I like the Bears getting ahead of this, filling this free safety spot before free agency and entering free agency with a clear head to attack other needs. I said it with Jalen Johnson, getting that situation taken care of. Boom, don't have to worry about it. Now you replace Eddie Jackson, and your secondary is set. You've got Kevin Byard and Jaquan Brisker as your safeties, with Elijah Hicks as your number 3 safety there. Jalen Johnson's locked in on his 4-year deal. Tyreek Stevenson entering year 2 of his rookie contract. Kyler Gordon entering year 3 as the nickel. You're set. And this secondary is going to be damn good for the next couple of years at least, hopefully longer. I would argue this is the strongest position group on this football team. And now you don't even have to worry about it. It's handled. You locked in the secondary before free agency even started. That's a job well done. That's pretty damn good if you ask me. Grade this move, by the way, of Kevin Byard, A, B, C, D, or F. Drop a letter grade down in the comments. I'll go B+. Ideally, you would have probably preferred a 1-year deal, but it could end up being a benefit if he gets closer back to all-pro form after a slight down year last year. I still like the move. He was better than Bojack a year ago. He's extremely durable. He's not a guy who's had injury concerns. He's played virtually every game of his career. He's kind of been an Iron Man. So B+ for me. I think he'll play a little better than last year, and even if he's exactly the same player as last year, he's still an above-average starting caliber safety, and that's better than what the Bears had last year. Eddie was very middle of the road, and he had injury concerns. Kevin Byard was above average. He's always been a better tackler than Bojack. So I like this move. And again, remember, the Bears saved $12.5 million by cutting Eddie Jackson on the cap. Let's say even if Kevin Byard's cap hit is the full $7.5 million, you still come out $5 million ahead, and you got a better player, in my opinion. So, and even if it's the exact same player, you got the exact same player for next year, and you save $5 million, that seems like a win to me. So I like the move. I think it's good for everyone involved. I think it's a good deal for Byard coming off not the best year of his career. So I think it's solid all the way around. And again, I think another underrated part about this is Eddie Jackson was kind of the captain of that secondary, making the calls, getting people lined up. So even though his play had declined and he had some injuries, someone had to be that guy. And, could Jaquan Brisker do that entering year 3? Perhaps, but Kevin Byard's an all-pro. He's going to be 31 by the time the season starts, which, by the way, safeties typically age pretty well, so I'm not concerned too much about that. But Byard can be the captain and the veteran of that defense. And I think this also signals, think about this. This is the first multi-year contract Ryan Poles has handed out to a 30-plus-year-old. What does that tell us? I think that tells us that they're serious about trying to win this year. Like, this is no longer, like, yes, they're still building, but they're not rebuilding anymore, right? Like, they've rebuilt. Now it's about continuing to build. Like, the teardown's over. Now it's about filling in gaps where you need to and adding to what already is a pretty decent roster now. So I think giving a two-year deal, multi-year deal to a guy who's over the age of 30 signals just that this team's serious about winning this year. Like, it's playoffs or bust, regardless of the quarterback situation. It's like, let's go. Let's make moves. You're in year 3 with this GM and head coach. Year 1 was a complete teardown. Year 2, you were still rebuilding, left some wins out there. It's still positive signs at 7-10. Now let's get into that double-digit win column. Let's hit 10 wins and make the playoffs, and ideally, win at least a playoff game. And I think Kevin Byard can help you do that. I think he can be a guy that helps you take the next step on this team and on this defense. This guy's a proven leader with Tennessee for a long time. So I feel pretty good. And, if you're concerned about how he played last year, his PFF coverage grade was still above 70, which is well above average. His overall grade was 74. His run defense, 82. Eddie Jackson never played the run. Like, Byard is a more complete safety. And I like Bojack. This isn't the shit on Bojack show. It's just he has not aged as well as Byard has. The injuries the last couple of years have been a problem. Byard has never been injured virtually in his entire career. We talked about this when we broke down him visiting. 16 games his first year, 16 year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. All 16 games, played all 17 games the next 2 years. And last year he played 16 of 17 games. And I think the only reason he played 16 instead of 17 is because he got traded mid-season, which caused him to miss a game. That's it. I mean, he's played every game, so he is extremely reliable. You can trust him to play. His level of play is still solid. The guy had 122 tackles and a pick last year. Bold prediction, he has 2+ picks next year. I think he'll get back to the multi-interception guy he's been most of his career. I like this move, and again, I like the timing of it. I like getting this out of the way. Like, sure, you don't just hand out blank checks so you don't have to worry about it anymore, but I think this is a pretty solid, fair deal overall. You're not breaking the bank. I thought they would be in this kind of tier 2 range. I tweeted yesterday, 1 year, $7 million for Kevin Byard. Who says no? 2 for 15, you're kind of talking about the same deal. Again, we don't know the exact structure. We'll see what it looks like, but it's pretty good. I would guess he just tweeted out bear down, by the way, with the emojis. So love that. He's already buying into the culture. This is going to be a good move, I think. This is going to be a good move for the Chicago Bears. So now that this is out of the way, who are the Bears going to first sign tomorrow? What's going to be the first move that Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, Ian Cunningham make with the start of the legal tampering period tomorrow? What do you think? Drop a name. Maybe you think they're going to trade Justin Fields tomorrow. What's the first move they're going to make? Let us know down in the comments section below. Now, in terms of financials, so the Bears had $63 million in cap space before this move. Again, I don't know his cap hit for 2024. I'm still tracking Twitter. That has not emerged yet. Let's just say it's the full $7.5 million. It's flat. That's his cap hit. I doubt that's the case. I would guess it's probably $5 or $6 million bucks. Let's just say it's full 7.5. You're still talking about $55 million or so. Now you take 15 or so away from that for the draft class, another 5 for in-season spending. So let's just say you have 35 to 40 million. You can still go big fish hunting. You can still add numerous quality players. There's been chatter that the Bears could be in on Jaquan Barkley. That'll be interesting to see if that's the case. I am not that convinced they're going to be in on Christian Wilkins and Danielle Hunter. I just think they're going to get crazy money. Like, I think they could both get over $25 million per year, and I don't see the Bears doing that. I think they might look in that second-tier edge rusher market. They may opt to go like $10 to $12 million for Saquon Barkley. You get a piece on offense because obviously you gotta start allocating resources to that side of the football. But you still have a lot of money to work with here. That's the point. If and when they do trade Justin Fields, it's going to save another $3 million or so. So that could potentially be the difference in landing a guy in free agency or not. I think this is a good deal overall. I think it's a solid move. A lot of safeties available, but this is a guy who tackles, and I think Matt Eberflus probably valued that in this signing. Like, hey, like Eddie Jackson had a nice little 2022 resurgence and tackled a little bit more, but he was never consistent there. We know Byard's going to tackle. We know he's going to be durable, and he plays the football. 28 career interceptions. So I think it's going to be a good fit. You get a vet in here. It's not an A-plus unreal signing. It's a B-plus. I think it's a good move. It's an upgrade, and you still save the money overall with that safety swap from Eddie Jackson to Kevin Byard. You still come out ahead at least $5 million. So I think all in all, a pretty job well done. Just got another notification. Let's see if there is numbers here. Nothing new. We don't know the cap hit just yet. But again, follow me on social at HGramNFL, Twitter, and Instagram. As soon as those numbers come in, we will tweet that out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are going to be live tomorrow. Rolly back in the saddle. We've kind of been all over the place. He's been doing a lot of NBA content, but we'll be ready to go 10 o'clock Central Time. So be there or miss out on the fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So my name is Harrison Graham. We love you. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow unless there's more breaking news tonight. See ya.